the idea of the smart church, or healthy congregations, healthy smart as they call it at Buffalo, is to inoculate the congregation by promoting behaviors and ways of being together that promote healthy relationships and healthy functioning. Covenant can be an expression of that, but actually just teaching ourselves as human beings and good ways and not so good ways to interact with one another. So these are the goals of the program. You want to gain a renewed sense of purpose and mission, and a lot of our congregations are working on new mission statements and living into them. First Unitarian Rochester has done a really good job of modeling what that can look like. We have a lot of congregations following that model. To cultivate strong leadership capacities to challenge the congregation. So sometimes you have to be the person who speaks the hard truth, and to do so in a way that there's going to be some reactivity, there's going to be some pushback, and developing yourself as leaders in order to be able to hold that position of, we need to make these changes because it's in service to our greater mission. Learn how to develop healthy patterns of living together in community. So learning deep listening skills, as we heard in the earlier workshop here. Learning to pause so that you really hear everyone else as they speak before you begin to speak. There's some fabulous practices in Eric Walker Wickstrom's book, Serving with Grace, that gives us practices to help us live together in that kind of community. To learn to focus on our strengths, our resources, and options for the future. So for those of you who've ever participated in an appreciative inquiry kind of exercise, that's what we're talking about. To boost our confidence in responding to challenges and opportunities. So every time we do take that hard stand and we move the congregation forward, to celebrate that and say, wow, that was really hard, but look where we are now after going through that time. And again, to learn how to lead with calm and thoughtfulness. And again, the spiritual leadership panel talked about that a little bit, but taking care of yourself as a leader, not shortchanging your own spiritual practice, or things like participating in a small group because you already have a board meeting commitment once a month, to really make the time to do the stuff that really feeds your own soul so that you can be centered. And also to be able to reflect theologically about our relationships with one another and how we are together. And I think our Unitarian Universalist theology really speaks to relationship. I mean, relationship is what we're about, the interconnected web, the inherent worth of dignity, respect, all these things are very much relational. And then, of course, this can all be wrapped up in moving your own congregation toward healthy functioning. We'll be hearing some stories about that.